are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, stop me if you heard this one before, we have baseball. All right. And then we have one CFL game as well. I'm starting to think of maybe to spice up the shows going to the summer. Sometimes we'll throw some WNBA at the end. I think that could be a fun idea. But we'll consider that for maybe later shows. I'm just throwing that out there to Tim. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. 1-1 right, 1-1 wrong in the world of sports betting. Went 3-4-1 in the MLB, down 0.88 units. Let's take a look. I had Oakland Athletics first five money line plus 165. Very, very lucky to push that. Had the Tigers first five, never in doubt. Totally didn't need, I think, 4 runs in the top of the 5th inning in order to cash that. Rockies team total over. They had had the 3.5. They had 3 by the 5th inning. Nada. After that, we'll get into one that was even worse than that later. The Rockies and the Braves over 9.5 was a winner though. Pirates first 5.
Shut up.
Sorry. Pirates first 5. They choked away in the 5th. That was frustrating, annoying. It was 2-1 in the 5th there. I think it ended 6-2 on the first 5 or 5-2. Frustrating there. They had 2 runs by the 3rd inning. The Pirates. Nothing after that. Did not get the team total over 2.5. It was a 2.5. Loser there. Washington and Houston over 8. I thought I had a chance there in the 10th. Washington put up 3 runs in the top of the 10th. Houston didn't even score at the Ghost Runner. So loser there. And San Diego, Cleveland over 8.5 was as easy as it gets. That one hit in the 2nd inning, which was nice. There. But 3-4-1 down 0.88 units in the MLB. 1-1-1 down 0.08 units in the WNBA. Indiana Fever got the job done.
Yes,
Aces somehow pushed the first half minus 10. And the over 169 was 12 points off, I think, or 10 points off, which was frustrating, but it is what it is. 1-1-1 in the WNBA. I got my win in the CFL. The Calgary Stampeders took care of business against the Ottawa Red Blacks. We will get into today's CFL game in a few minutes. I've made one move on it, and I want to see how the line moves. So I want to see if I can make a second move on it. But overall, 1-0 in the CFL yesterday, up 0.6 units. Overall, 5-5-2, down 0.36 units, which brings me to so far in the month of June up 17.33 units. So still a strong month of June going on. Hopefully hold on there and have a nice profitable June. What about you?
Yeah, the site, because that's what I like to recap, was the biggest definition of meh you could ever have. 4-4 down 0.1 units. Down a little bit of juice. Oakland, you're breaking my heart. 2 days in a row. It is what it is. We are still up big on them during their run, and we'll see with today. Over in the Connecticut game, never in doubt. Totally didn't need overtime. Over in the Rockies game was a winner. Rockies were a loser. Calgary minus 6.5 was a winner. Indiana Fever winner. Pittsburgh was a way off loser. And Seattle looked good for the first half. And then they end up getting their cheeks opened up, and they lost by 33. So that was not fun to watch. So it ended up being 4-4, down 0.1 units. I will quickly throw out there, because I just did the numbers for it. WNBA this year, 34-19, up a decent chunk, 1402. Last 7 days in the WNBA, 12-5, up 684, and all time on picks and parlays, 214, 217, up 2206, including 2022 was not profitable. 2021, 58 and 41, up 13.8. So ultimately, WNBA has been probably one of our best sports on the site. And ready to keep rolling with it. Got 2 plays in there tonight as well, both of them up on the site.
I like it.
Go say hi to the chat. I'm quickly doing one thing on the site, and then we'll be good to go.
Okay. Are you guys twins or am I tripping? You're tripping.
You're tripping, totally tripping.
No, we are.
Now we're twins.
All right. You ready to move into some football, eh?
Yeah, fake football. Let's get it. We get the Winnipeg Blue Bombers against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Bombers minus 6.5. 46.5 is the total. Fire away, Nick, for some Canadian football.
Yeah, I got involved with this last night. I gave it out in the free pick video last night at 47.5. The lines dropped a full point. When you look at these two teams, especially on the Winnipeg side, they're coming in. They were the number 1 defense in the CFL last year, and they gave up 31 points in their first game against the Hamilton Tiger Cats. I expect them to step up defensively here. And the big question mark for this game, and this is also something that to keep in mind with this as well. Maybe this is why I'm looking an eye on for maybe to grab some home doggy here later. Harris is questionable for tonight's game, the quarterback for Saskatchewan. And I believe he practiced on Tuesday. He did not on Wednesday, which makes him a game time decision. I think he's going to play tonight. But the question is, will he be 100%? I think Mason Fine would be okay to go tonight. If you need him, he's the backup quarterback for Saskatchewan. If it is Mason Fine and they rule Trevor Harris out, we're probably going to get up and over a touchdown here. We may get 7.5 or 8. If that's the case, I'm going to grab the points with the Riders here. And if I can get probably at least a touchdown here, I think I'm going to go ahead and look towards backing Saskatchewan in this spot. They're at home. This is one of the best home field advantages in CFL because their crowds, they sell out more than anybody in the CFL. So this is a team that if they're getting big points as a dog, especially in a game like Winnipeg, the 3-time Western Conference defending Western Conference champions, this is going to be a sold-out crowd here in Regina tonight. So I'm going to look for potentially adding on the Rough Riders, getting points here at home. But for me right now, I'm only sitting on the under 47.5.
Sounds good. I leave the Canadian football stuff up to you. I'm not gonna go after that. I have my other sports that I like betting. You do the CFL during this time. I do the WNBA. So that's kind of what we roll with. So you have fun with that. Well, the wave died. Yeah, I guess so. NBA suspends draw 25 games.
Yeah, I was just about to click the breaking news and said that.
Yeah, no, I read it on my phone real quick. My bad. Did it though? What's popping, guys? What's popping, Markel? Let's jump into some Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I was looking over the slate a little bit, and there's some funky line moves, and we'll get into them here. One that I think I've already fallen for a trap for later in the day. This is not that game. The Chicago Cubs and the Baltimore Orioles. The Cubs are -1. It's now a total of 8 in this. My live odds page is being tricky on me because I'm not seeing much of a line history for this matchup here, and the lines that they're giving me do not include totals, which is really annoying. So I guess I'm going to use Superbook for this one, which Superbook opened up Baltimore as a -116. It's now down to a -106. So it's a 10-cent line movement towards the Chicago Cubs. The line opened up at a 7.5 -120. It's now up to an 8. Juice towards the under at -115. Now, it looks like the consensus opening was around -120 for Baltimore, which is kind of interesting because the lines moved against them here, and you can get Baltimore at a dog in some spots. 57% of the tickets, 58% of the cash is on the Cubs here in this spot, and the lines moved towards the Cubs. 25% of the tickets, but 70% of the cash is on the under in this game. Tells me that the under potentially is the look in this one. The total has gone up in this game, which probably tells me we're getting some interesting weather in this one. Maybe the wind's blowing out for this line to go up, but at a 7.5, I highly doubt that. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Cole Irving and Kyle Hendricks. Cole Irving started off the year bad, but the last 30 days he's been awesome. 1.59 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, 7.94 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%. No walks per nine, a 368 BABIP, 151 FIP, and a 3.75 SIERA. On the flip side, Kyle Hendricks, 3.09 ERA, 1.07 WHIP, 5.79 strikeouts per nine, which is 16%, 2.31 walks per nine, a 254 BABIP, a 345 FIP, and a 4.99 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Baltimore Orioles in this one here, 3.16 bullpen FIP and a 3.68 bullpen SIERA, and compared to the Cubbies, which with have a 4.49 FIP, 4.32 SIERA. Hitting advantage goes towards the Orioles here, who are hitting righties really well recently. Number 4 in baseball at 106 WRC plus. And on the flip side, the Orioles, they are struggling against left-handed pitching, 94 WRC plus, but that's 22nd in baseball.
Hold on. You said the Orioles are struggling versus left-handed pitching?
No, the Cubs are.
Okay, sorry. I thought I heard Orioles.
Did I misspeak? No. Did I say the wrong team?
Yes, you said Orioles are struggling versus lefties because I saw Kyle Hendricks as a righty. Sorry,
no. The Cubs are struggling versus.
There you go.
My bad. I said the wrong thing. That's what I was asking you. If I said the wrong thing.
Yes, you said the wrong thing.
Yeah, this line movement's super tricky. I'd like to make a play on this under, but the line moving towards the over, I think is going to keep me off of that here. Let's see. Circa has moved 23 cents towards the over as well, which is really tricky. This is a game I really wanted to get involved with because, we're all degenerates at heart here, and you want action on the early game. I just can't with this one. This one, my X's and O's do not correlate with my market moves because the Orioles X's and O's said the Orioles are the play here in this one. The market's saying not so much. Market's saying Cubbies are the play. And my numbers are saying the under's the look. And the market's saying, maybe the over's the look. So I'm staying off this one. This one was an extremely tricky. This card looks a little tricky here. I have a couple of spots I have circled. This is one that I was looking a little bit into and then kept me completely off. So pass here.
So you said what thing like the O's?
My X's and O's.
Your X's and O's?
X's and O's like the O's, yeah.
I'm kidding. You already know I'm going to be on the most profitable team in baseball and the best road team in baseball, and that is the Baltimore Orioles. Normally you get them at plus money on the road. They are minus 110-ish, and it's because it's Cole Irving on the mound. And no, everybody looks at his number. He's pitched all of 5 games this year. Sorry. He started 4. And he's coming off of a good one against the Royals in his last start. I think he can continue the success. I know the Cubbies. We've been high on the Cubbies all year, and hopefully they were bounce back or whatever. No, I like the Baltimore Orioles today. I'd probably grab some props with them as well. Gunnar Henderson's been hitting really well. Rutschman's hitting well. You're getting some production from that lineup, and I like Baltimore in this one again. And at a short price, minus 110, it's because they're on the road and they still don't get respected by the books. It is what it is. I'm going to take the Baltimore Orioles in this one.
Good luck. I'm staying off this one. This was tricky.
Good morning, Twins. Fell asleep with Dodgers down 4-0. Woke up to a 5-4 win, 2-teamer with Atlanta over. Nice. It was great yesterday. There you go. Morning, Twins. I think I'm going to take a shot with the Padres.
Yeah, I've already moved on the Rays, and I'm not very comfortable with that.
It's our boy Shane McClanahan, though. Or your boy.
Yes, I know.
Everyone was so worried about the MLB, and there were easy picks in soccer yesterday. All of them were plus money. Well, of course they're going to be easy after you cashed them. Did you let us know what they were? You going to let us know what the easy plays were? You didn't tell us anything about soccer yesterday. So I don't know how easy they were if we don't even know what they were. Let us know for plays for today, dude. Cubs. No, I don't like the Cubs today. Morning. Had a winning day yesterday. Nice. Cash the Stampeders. Nice. Fever. All right. Orioles. There you go. And then a Correa Naylor hit parlay. Nice. You like the over in this game? I would go over before I would go Cubbies. Beer. You drinking beer? I'm going to join you with Hennessy. We're not drinking. Cubs are on a heater, but I do like the O's today. Cubs are on a heater. Are they actually? No, they just swept the Pirates. They did, and they've won 5 out of 6, so they look good lately. The Baltimore Orioles have just looked good all year. Had a 4-leg yesterday. Had Angels game under 6.5, nice. Under 10.5 in the Pirates game. Nationals money line, nice, and the under 16.5 in the Guardians game. And good luck. Good cash, I guess. I got what you mean. Soccer picks I have had Spain, Canada, and the under 6.5 on the Blue Jays. How about today? What about today's games? I don't really care about yesterday's games. We'll go ahead and look at this game, which I'm kind of interested in.
Yeah. My live odds page that I use is being like way behind right now, and none of them are accurate. So I'm switching over to BetStamp for line history. So hang with me here. We had the Washington Nationals hosting the Miami Marlins. Marlins minus 150 favorites, total 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. It opened up at minus 171, and I'm using lines off of Pinnacle. These will be lines off of Pinnacle. Opened up at minus 171. It's down to a minus 152. So a pretty significant line movement towards the Washington Nationals here, about 19 cents. Line opened up at an over 8.5 at minus 106. It's now an over 8.5 at even money. It did dip down to an 8 at some point, but it has moved 6 cents towards the under in this spot here. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this game as we have, let's take a look. At 57% of the tickets and 98% of the cash is on the under in this game. That's why the line's moving the way it has. We have 67% of the tickets and 75% of the cash is on the Miami Marlins, and they're opening up their arms and making it more appealing to bet the Miami Marlins in this game. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Sandy Alcantara and Trevor Williams. Sandy Alcantara, 4.5 ERA, 1.13 whip, 6.19 strikeouts per 9, which is 17%, 3.66 walks per 9, 226 BABIP, a 4.03 FIP, and a 5.08 SIERA. 3.95 ERA, 1.43 whip for Williams the last 30 days, 8.23 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%, 3.95 walks per 9, a 260 BABIP, 6.2 FIP, but a 4.75 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the fish, 3.39 FIP, 3.22 SIERA compared to 6.28 and 4.98. Slight hitting advantage going towards the Miami Marlins here, 102 against righties, which is 15th, and then 898 for the Nationals in this game. And surprisingly, this pitching matchup is not as big of an edge as people think it is. I believe. I think Trevor Williams is pretty close to what we're seeing from Alcantara this year. The high FIP does scare me a little bit with Williams here, and it's kind of a tricky cap here. I mean, with the total, it's moved more towards the under as well. As for the side, I think it's definitely Nationals or nothing. And if you're looking to play the Nationals, absolutely do not trust their bullpen, which is one of the worst in baseball right now. So I'm actually I am going to trust the Washington Nationals here. I'm going to take them in the first 5 innings at plus 131. This is a Nationals team that's been scrappy, and has been cashing as a dog a little bit lately. So I know they played an extra innings game yesterday against the Astros, which is why I'm limiting this just to the first 5. But I like the Washington Nationals here early. The first 5 at plus 191.
Could we also mention, I think it's the first game back on the East Coast for the Miami Marlins after their out west road trip? Because I know they just finished off a series in, well, they didn't play yesterday. So they did have a day off, but they did just finish off a series in Seattle. So
that's quite the trip.
Yeah, that's quite a trip.
They're still on the road.
Yeah, they're still on the road, and B, it's still, I mean, yeah, they had a day off, but they still had to travel across the country. Sandy Alcantara is not the same guy from last year. Let's not get this twisted. He is not the Cy Young Award winner from last year. He's not pitching the same way. He's been getting hit a lot. And Nick, even last year, when did we notice Alcantara getting hit?
Against his own division.
Bingo. I think that I'm already on the Nationals. I'll jump on it with you. Plus 140 for the Natties today against Sandy Alcantara.
I like it. Back
to the chat.
Good morning. Natty is B. Smashed the 3-team baseball parlay yesterday. Cashed out with 3.55 units. There you go.
What did you do in video poker, though?
Yeah. You carry money lines, even money. I'm going with them since they are tied 3-3. Since they tied Germany 3-3, and Germany's a good team.
Okay. Ukraine plus 100. I'll write that one down.
All right. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Nationals money line in the over. I feel like I want to start writing down what the chat says. See how the chat does. Okay.
I'm actually going to go ahead and bet that Ukraine. I'm going to throw a couple dollars at it just so I know whether or not it wins.
Yeah. But let's move into this next game. This one definitely has my attention here. And this is one of the games I have circled. The New York Mets and the St. Louis Cardinals, two of the most disappointing teams in baseball so far this year. And an interesting line move to it as well. The line opened up at minus 110 for the Mets on Pinnacle. And the line's now minus 106 for the Cardinals. So the line has moved 12 cents. Well, they're minus 102, the Mets. The line has moved 12 cents in the direction of the St. Louis Cardinals. The line opened up at a minus 113 to the over 8.5. It's now minus 114 to the under 9. So it's moved up almost a half a run, and it's moved 12 cents towards the St. Louis Cardinals. Let's take a look at the market coming in, the cash flow in this game here, as we have 66% of the tickets, 85% of the cash is on the St. Louis or on the over in this game. The line's moved up towards the over. 76% of the tickets, 84% of the cash is on the St. Louis Cardinals. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here, which is Miles Mikolas and Taylor McGill. Mikolas, 2.73 ERA, 1.03 whip, 5.73 strikeouts per nine, which is 16%, 0.82 walks per nine, a 280 BABIP, a 2.85 FIP, and a 4.46 ERA. On the flip side, McGill has been horrible. 7.15 ERA, 2.03 whip, 7.15 strikeouts per nine, which is 16%, 5.16 walks per nine, a 390 BABIP, a 315 FIP, and a 5.41 SIERA. Bullpens, they both are not bullpens I particularly trust. The edge does go towards the New York Mets here. 4.4 FIP, 3.42 SIERA compared to 4.54 and 4.06 for the Cardinals. The hitting advantage ever so slightly goes to the New York Mets, 104 WRC plus, which is 10th, and 103 for the Cardinals, which is 13th. And this is one that kind of jumped off the page to me here, and I'm looking to back St. Louis in this game. McGill's numbers have been absolutely horrible. I think this line move reflects everything you need to know in this game. And the fact that the Cardinals are now the favorites, when I believe they have the worst record in the National League. They have the worst record in the National League, and they're favored on the road. For me, this is a St. Louis spot. I'm going to double up on St. Louis here. And I don't trust them full game. All right. That's one thing with the St. Louis Cardinals that I've learned is with this bullpen right now, you don't trust them full game. What I will take is the St. Louis Cardinals first 5 money line at minus 115. And I will take the St. Louis Cardinals team total over 4.5 at minus 105. I think the Cardinals get 4 to 5 runs off of McGill, and they could tack on the Mets bullpen a little bit, and they win the first 5 here in this spot. I think Mikolas definitely has the pitching advantage over McGill, and this Cardinals team, as bad as they've been, I think they are able to get to McGill today. That's kind of my cap, is that Mikolas will outduel McGill, and the Cardinals will be able to hit McGill today.
I want to bet neither of these two teams. They both suck. So I'm going to stay off of a side for the entire series. I will look towards the total in this one, though, Nick. And I think we're going to end up having this one up. because it's kind of correlated. I like the over.
Yes.
Miles McCollum has been awful this year. That's their ace. And he's got a 4.02 ERA, 36 earned runs.
Miles Michaelis is your ace on this staff?
I mean, he had a couple of good starts, but kind of lowered his ERA. But yeah, I think Miles McCollum has got to be the ace on this staff against Taylor McGill, who is just garbage.
I was thinking Flaherty.
Flaherty's been better as of late, yeah. But and you get who do you call on the opposite side, who's just 4.4 ERA, just not good. I want the over in this one, Nick. I know you like the team total overs. I think both teams hit both pitchers.
I can definitely see that. I mean, I'm not the most trusting in Michaelis.
I refuse to bet a side. You know what? We're gonna do this. Hold on one second.
Stop it. Get some help.
Wow.
Give me the over. Good?
Yeah. I can get behind the over in that spot for sure.
I just put up the over. Let's go.
Yeah, because that's part of my cap is that the Mets will hit McGill today. Or the Cardinals will hit McGill today.
Okay. Back to the chat.
Oh, yeah.
I do packages and stuff as we go.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Let's see. Wait. Let me check the soccer. Bet weight. All right. Lost 1.6 units in video poker, Tim.
Bummer.
You guys got any college baseball picks? I stopped pitching.
Yes.
I stopped playing college baseball after EC was limited, to be completely honest.
Yes. The dogs. I like the dogs for all four of the first games. So today it's, I believe, Stanford. Is it Stanford today? Let's go check. It's Earle, Roberts, and Florida. Those are the two that I like today. And then Stanford and Tennessee tomorrow. I like the dogs in the first four games. There you go.
Yeah. Got Sweden -1.5 and Germany -0.5. Good luck. I'm on the Cardinals. I think McGill gets shelled. Yep, I'm on the Cardinals as well. I like the picks. I'm on them as well. There you go. Nice. We may have a sweat Sweden, but I think we get there 3-1. I got Miami, New York, and KC. Good luck, everyone.
Which New York?
Which New York?
Which New York, Munchie? It's probably the Yankees. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Over seems like it would get there, but 1-800. I also like the Cardinals team total over. Might sprinkle Goldschmidt home run props. I don't hate that. You can sprinkle Goldschmidt RBI props as well, or hit props if you're like Slovenia game. It's either Slovenia money line and it's +195, or it ends up being a tie, which is +200. Here you go. Mets money line in the over 8. I mean, if maybe the Mets come back late, we know the Cardinals are great at blowing leads. Got a champion for the College World Series. I'm going to stick with the two that I said heading into the Super Regionals, because obviously my pick was East Carolina heading into the regionals. But my if I had to take two, Virginia and Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm on the same page, and I wouldn't turn down a shot with Stanford at a dime and Earle Roberts at 28-1. Stanford's been there before. Yeah, the only reason why they're a dime is because they have to play Wake Forest in the first game.
I was going to say, realistically speaking, though, I really don't see anybody stopping Wake.
The only team I could really see slowing down Wake is LSU.
Yeah, Yankees.
But I'll say real quick, because one of the halves of that bracket is Wake Forest, LSU, Tennessee, and Stanford. The winner is going to come out of the opposite side.
Because they're going to beat the crap out of each other. That makes sense. We'll move on, though. We have the New York Yankees. They're in Fenway Park playing in the Boston Red Sox. -120 favorites are the Red Sox. Total 9.5 in this game. Let's get up the line movements here on Pinnacle. Line opened up. Boston Red Sox -110. On Pinnacle, it's now -117. Line opened up at a 9, -115. And it's all up to a 10 now at +101. So a full line movement towards the over here. Almost a full line movement. Still the juice isn't completely there for the full line movement up, which is completely contrary to what I originally had planned for this game. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this one here. We have 52% of the tickets, 66% of the cash is on the under, and the line's moving up. Line's moving up and money's coming in on the under. It's gone from a 9 up to a 10. We have 51% of the tickets and 59% of the cash is on the Red Sox. And the line has moved towards the Red Sox since the opening on Pinnacle. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Tanner Houck and Domingo Germán. Germán, 2.45 ERA, 1.05 whip, 6.95 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 2.45 walks per nine, a 230 BABIP, but looks like we could be seeing some regression from him. 4.46 FIP, 4.50 SIERA. On the flip side, Houck, 4.71 ERA, 1.14 whip, 10.29 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%, 3 walks per nine, a 260 BABIP, a 475 FIP, and a 3.50 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Bo Sox here, 3.25 bullpen FIP and a 4.07 SIERA. Compared to 4.14 and 4.3 for the New York Yankees. The hitting advantage does go towards the Yankees here, 97 WRC plus versus righties, which is 21st, compared to 86, which is 25th for the Red Sox. I was looking at the under originally in this game, but not after the lines moved the way it has. That's going to keep me off of that because even though and the money's coming in on the under and the line's continuing to move up, which is telling me I'm not on the right side there. I'm on the public side there, which is going to keep me off this under. And I really don't have too much of a thought on the side. Probably it would be a lean towards the Red Sox in this game if I had to go ahead and bet the side. But this is not a game I need to get involved with. This is the market game of the night, which generally means the lines are a little bit more difficult. I mean, it is what it is. It's a pass for me. I have no interest in this game.
Yeah, it makes sense that a lot of people really like the under. We just saw these two teams play last weekend, and it went 3-2, 3-1, 3-2.
Well, so also, they're not hitting with Judge in the lineup. Yankee team total unders have been wagons.
Which makes me think this one goes
up. We continue to see the Yankees not be able to hit the baseball.
Well, I think that we can get an over in this game. Am I betting it? No. I'm going to end up staying away from the Yankees and the Red Sox game. But I kind of lean towards the over. You mentioned it. A lot of people love the under, and it's moved towards the over. It's moved from 9 to 9.5. And we just saw these two teams play where the most runs they scored in the game was 5.
Yeah.
The Yankees last series scored 2, 3, and 2 against them.
Yes. This team does not hit with Judge the team does not hit with Judge out of the lineup.
Then why is the total going up?
I'm guessing my prediction is because of weather.
Stuck.
No, it's because of weather, I think.
Could be because of weather.
Let me take a look at Ballpark Pal real quick and we'll figure it out. Yep. Looking at Ballpark Pal here, there are 15 games today, and out of the 15 stadiums, Fenway Park ranks number 1 for offensive weather today, plus 15% runs. The next highest is Chase Field for Diamondbacks Guardians, plus 3%. Ooh, that's why the line's going up, is because of weather. It's not because of the action coming in. It's because of weather and the hitting conditions.
Gotcha. I'm going to pass on this game regardless.
Me too. Yep. Cool. Market's enough to keep me off of games. That's kind of what it does most of the time.
Yep.
I like Stanford, always strong.
They've been there 3 straight years. Eventually, they got to break through.
Yeah,
I'll have them tomorrow.
We've been saying that about other teams too. So,
well, I think they win tomorrow versus Wake Forest. Wake Forest is not an experienced team at Omaha.
Yeah. But we'll move on here to the next matchup: Colorado Rockies and the Atlanta Braves. Braves minus 230 favorites, total of 10.5 now in this game.
Wow. Okay.
Line opened up at minus 238. For the Braves, it's down to a 228, so a 10-cent line movement towards Colorado in this game. Line opened up at a 10 minus 107. It's now a 10.5 minus 106, so a full half run line movement basically for this game.
It was 9.5 when I did balling out last night.
Ow. Yeah, and I can see why the line's gone up. 76% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the over in this game. The line's moved towards the over. And we have, 10% of the tickets and 41% of the cash is on the Rockies. Now, that means 90% of the tickets, 59% of the cash is on the Braves. But, Actually, usually that means the big bets are coming in on the run line for the favorite. That's not the case. 85% of the tickets are on the Braves -1.5, but only 38% of the cash. So that means 15% of the tickets and 62% of the cash is on the Rockies run line. That's kind of interesting there. We have Dinelson Lamet and Jared Schulster. Lamet's been horrible. 8.18 ERA, 2.18 whip, 10.64 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 4.09 walks per nine, 486 BABIP, 373 FIP, and a 4.32 SIERA. So expect better from him. But how much better? Who knows? Jared Schulster, 4 ERA, 1.0204 whip the last 30 days. I don't know how much he's pitched. 5.33 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%, 3.33 walks per nine, 205 BABIP, a 428 FIP, and a 5.63 SIERA.
How much he's pitched when?
Huh?
How much he's pitched when?
The last 30 days.
So since the 16th?
Yep.
5 times, and he's averaged anywhere from 5 to 6 innings. So probably about 25, 26 innings.
All right, decent sample size. Cool.
Yeah.
3.28 FIP and a 3.19 SIERA for the Braves bullpen, 4.51 FIP and a 4.94 SIERA for the Rockies bullpen. Pitching or hitting advantage is massive in this game. Braves hitting righties. Dinelson Lamet could be vulnerable in this game. 114 WRC plus, which is 5th. The only thing really keeping me off this game is the Rockies look like a AAA team against left-handed pitching. Well, that's exactly what Schulster is. Is this a lefty maybe that the Rockies can get to? I wouldn't put my money on it. 45 WRC plus, which is dead last in the MLB versus left-handed pitching, which tells me that maybe we might get an under in this game. Maybe this line's moved too much. Am I looking to take an under with Dinelson Lamet on the mound against the Atlanta Braves, who can easily put up 7 runs against him in the first 3 innings? No. This is a Braves offense that can go off in bunches, and I get it. We're getting a 5.5 at plus money for a first 5 under in this game, and I could see this being dead in the second inning when Matt Olson hits a 3-run shot after they score 3 runs in the first inning. Like, I can easily see this being 8-2 by the end of the third. Like that one of these type of games, and this cruise is over. I have absolutely no interest in this game. The market tells me the Rockies are a decent look. They're a live dog, but there's no way in hell I'm backing the Rockies against a left-handed pitcher. That's just not going to happen until they can hit better than 45 WRC plus against left-handed pitching. So this is an easy pass for me in this spot. This card sucks so far, in my opinion.
It does. I gave out the over 9.5 last night on Ball Now. So that's where I was looking at to begin with. And I'm not really too interested in going after it now. I think the line's gone up way too much. It is Schuster, which is not a good pitcher, but you just mentioned the Colorado hitting stats against left-handers. And it's Lamet, which is going to keep me off of the Colorado Rockies, because isn't Lamet he's a bullpen piece. He pitched 5 innings his last time out. He's actually been starting games 3 innings, 5 innings. But this is not a guy I want to trust against a Braves team that's just not losing right now. So this one's going to be a stay away from me.
Fair. Yeah, this was an easy pass. Spankies. Grease money line. Good luck. Rockies might win tonight. Cool. Good luck to the Rockies. I hope they win. Braves -1.5, potentially 2.5. Fair. This one's an interesting line here, Tim. This one's an interesting game. Toronto Blue Jays are in Texas.
Yeah.
The Blue Jays are -140 favorites versus the team with one of the best records in the American League.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the line history in this one. If I can click, there we go. Pinnacle, this line opened up at -140. It's moved to -141, a 1 cent line movement towards the Toronto Blue Jays. Line opened up at an 8.5, -116. It's now a 9 at -110. We have 48% of the tickets, 65% of the cash is on the under, and yet the line's moved up half a run. And we have 55% of the tickets and 61% of the cash is on the Texas Rangers, and the line's moved towards the Blue Jays. Only a cent, but it's moved towards the Blue Jays, even though the bigger bet's coming in on the on the Rangers in this spot here. We have the Blue Jays with a 2.7, or Gausman with a 2.79 ERA, 1.19 WHIP the last 30 days, 11.64 strikeouts per nine, which is 32%, 3.49 walks per nine, a 3.22 BABIP, a 2.94 FIP, and a 3.44 SIERA. On the flip side, we have Perez with a 5.28 ERA, 1.48 WHIP, 6.21 strikeouts per nine, which is 16%, 3.1 walks per nine, a 3.23 BABIP, a 4.38 FIP, and a 5.09 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Toronto Blue Jays, 3.79 FIP, 2.64 SIERA, compared to 4.44 and 3.72. And looking at this spot, also the hitting advantage. The Rangers are number one in baseball versus right-handed pitching in the last 30 days, 121 WRC plus. The Blue Jays struggle against lefties a little bit here, 75 WRC plus, which is 26th in baseball. The only thing on that I believe in this one here, though, is that, okay, they have the second lowest plate appearances, though, the last 30 days against lefties. So I guess we could take that grain of salt, because the only team lower than them is the Yankees, who have 76 plate appearances, 146 plate appearances when the average is up in the 200s. So maybe take that with a little bit of a grain of salt in this one here. I kind of like the Blue Jays in this spot. This line is telling me that that maybe they're a favorite for a reason, and the money is telling me that Texas is slightly a public dog. I kind of like the Blue Jays in this one here. They're minus 141, which is going to have to be a -1 line here, plus 110 on the run line, and minus 141 on the money line. Gives me a minus 115, -1 line. I know I can never get this freaking team right, but I want to back Kevin Gausman in this game. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the Toronto Blue Jays -1 at -115.
I feel like this is a poop play. I feel like this is a really, really like a poop play.
This is the ace, though, for the Blue Jays. I think that's the only argument we have to why this line is.
This is the Texas Rangers at home, where they're 10 games over 500 against a Toronto team that's 19-19 on the road and has been struggling lately. Yeah, I'm grabbing the Jays. I'm grabbing the Jays run line, plus 115. I don't like it, but I feel like that's the play I have to make in this game. It's just I feel like the Rangers are a little bit of a trap line here, and we're going to go ahead and grab Toronto on the run line in this one. And hope that they don't at least it's plus money. If I lose, it's plus money. It's whatever. But Toronto Blue Jays run line in this one.
Yeah, I like the Blue Jays. I can't stand betting the Blue Jays too. That's the crazy thing, is this Blue Jays team is just giving me nothing but headaches all year long. But yeah, here I am going back to trying to bet a freaking Blue Jays game.
All right. I'll go ahead and load it up, and you head back to the chat.
Yep, I was just tracking the play on BetStamp real quick before I forgot. There we go. All right. I'm betting Braves -2. Good luck. I think the first half goes over, but the full game goes under. Interesting. All of these other games are trash. Yeah. I like Chicago White Sox and the Houston Astros as well. We will get into those games. I believe that's a little bit later. Blue Jays team total over. I could see it, especially against Martin Perez, somebody I'm not particularly high on. I could definitely see it. Texas maybe not betting this game. Yeah. I can never get the Jays right. Me neither. Rangers money line. Yeah. Jays fan here. I cannot take them today. The Jays aren't scoring with runners in scoring position.
Sorry, Crystal. That makes me like my play even more. When a fan can't take them, that makes me like them even more.
So does that tell you that the Mets are the play today after I just took the Cardinals and doubled up on them?
No.
Okay.
Yes, because I know how you are.
Yeah. But we'll move on to the next matchup here. The Pittsburgh Pirates and the Milwaukee Brewers. Pick them. And total of 9 in this spot. Pirates coming in off of getting swept by the Cubbies here. This is actually a pretty big matchup when we think about it. And I didn't expect the Pirates to be playing big matchups this year, but this is a battle for the top, the National League Central.
And I have a play in this game, and it is gross.
Yeah. Looking at this division and having the Pirates and the Brewers on top of it, I want to bet the Cardinals to win this division. I know they're 15 games.
I want to bet the Reds. I want to bet the Reds.
Reds. I can't. The Cardinals are a second half team.
Hold on. Can we point this out? If the Reds win today and the Brewers win today, the Reds are a half game back for the division.
That's how bad this division is. That's all that's telling me.
All I'm saying is Reds plus $8 to win the division.
All right. You have fun with that. I would look towards the Cardinals because I think they turn around the second half. Let's take a look at the line movement here in this game, though. We're talking Milwaukee and Pittsburgh. The line opened up at -119 for the Brewers. It's down to a -113. So a 6-cent line movement towards the Buccos here. Line opened up at a 9 at -109, and it's now an 8.5 at -8.5 or at -114. So it's moved down half a run, and it's moved 6 cents towards the Buccos. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here, as we have 18% of the tickets and 31% of the cash is on the Pirates, and the line's moved towards the Pirates. With 82% of the tickets and 69% of the cash is on the Brewers. This is screaming Pirates right away to me. We have 85% of the tickets and 75% of the cash is on the under. The line's moved towards the under here. Julio Tyran for the for the Milwaukee Brewers versus Rich Hill. Rich over the hill, Dick Mountain, whatever you want to call him. Dick Mountain's been fine. 4.06 ERA, 1.23 whip, 9 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%, 3.9 walks per 9, a 291 BABIP, but 3.6 FIP, and a 4.717 SIERA. On the flip side here, we have Julio Tyran, 1.48 ERA, 0.95 whip, 5.92 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 1.11 walks per 9, a 265 BABIP, but 352 FIP, and a 4.40 SIERA. The bullpen advantage does go towards the Brewers. They're both terrible. 5.24 FIP and a 4.62 SIERA for the Brewers bullpen. 5.73 FIP, 5.01 SIERA for the Pirates bullpen. So they're both terrible bullpens. 109 WRC plus, which is 7th in baseball versus righties are the Pirates. And on the flip side, I would be worried about Rich Hill on the mound, except for the Brewers don't hit lefties. 87 WRC plus, 24th in baseball. I think this is pretty plain and simple for me. I want the Pirates in this game. And how do we back the Pirates in this one is the next question here. I expect negative regression from Julio Tyran. I do. And that's what's leading me to this one here. I think this is pretty plain and simple. I'm going to take the Pirates in the first 5 innings at even money. This Brewers team does not excite me whatsoever. And if you think that anybody other than the Brewers win this division, you can find value on almost any team on this division to win the division other than the Brewers. So I am on the first 5 money line with the Pittsburgh Pirates here at even money. I think the Pirates and the Cardinals are the 2 to look at here in this division if you're looking at futures. But for me, Pirates first 5 at even money.
And I feel like you're going to end up agreeing with me on this one, Nick, and it's gross. I like the under.
It's not gross. I mean,
Julio Tyran has been phenomenal since coming back. He's thrown 4 starts. He's allowed 4 earned runs. He's been really good. And Rich Hill, and you mentioned it was what the pitching and hitting stats for the Brewers were horrible against lefties.
I was actually leaning towards Pirates team total over on this game a little bit because I think that they get to and here's the thing, the bullpens are terrible. I think even if this game is 2-1 in the fifth inning, this could easily finish 7-6 because these bullpens can collapse. And we saw it last night with the Pirates. Yeah, we saw it last night with the Pirates. Their bullpen collapsing, or they collapsed in the fifth there. I want nothing to do with the total in this game.
All right, I like the under. I'm gonna take the under in this one. Unfortunately, on my book, it's up to a 9 at -135. I'm going to take 8.5 at +105. I like the under in this game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think you're going to get, as crazy as it sounds, a really good pitching duel between Rich Hill and Julio Turian in 2023.
You're sick.
I know I am. Keep rolling. Or go back to the chat real quick.
Yep. We're just setting up for the next game here. Over 9. I want nothing to do with the total. Pirates series, always keeping it close. Yeah. Good morning, fellas. How do we feel about the O's today? Thank you.
I like the O's, but
I wanted to back the O's. That line movement kept me off the O's. I'm on nothing in that game. Unless you're hitting home runs, can't count on the Brewers, and they hit home runs like once or twice a week. Yep. Yeah, I see it on under 9. Yeah. Raise the Jolly Roger first to 2. I can definitely see that. I can see them jumping on Tyran early here in this one. Let's get into this matchup, though. LA Angels and the Kansas City Royals. Angels -140 favorites, total 9.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line movement in this spot. Oh, the line opened up at -149. It's down to a 141. So an 8-cent line movement towards the Kansas City Royals. Are any of us surprised?
No.
Line opened up at a 9 -117. It's now a 9.5 at -102. So a semi-half line movement up towards the over. 70% of the tickets, 62% of the cash is on the over. Lines move that way. And 82% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the Angels, and the lines moved against the Angels. Are we surprised at all with that as well? I am tired of these freaking Royal games because the sharp money is always in the Royals. And here's the thing that we need to address about the Kansas City Royals. We all give shit to the Oakland Athletics for being a bad baseball team. Can we come to the realization that the Oakland Athletics have a better record than the Kansas City Royals?
Do they?
And the Royals are the worst team in baseball right now?
Yeah. Nope. Oakland's by half a game worst team in baseball.
Nope. If you look at it, the Kansas City Royals have a 265 win percentage, and the A's have a 268 win percentage. So they got them by 0.003%. That's the way I look at it, because in 162 games, that tells you where you're going to win.
Well, at the moment, the Kansas City Royals would have a half-game lead over the Oakland Athletics. That's how I would look at it, but that's just me. It is what it is.
Yeah, and it's a moot point because both teams are terrible.
Yes, very bad.
I have no interest in this game. I forgot to go over the pitchers here in this one. As for side perspective, I want nothing to do with this game. 7.58 ERA, though, for Patrick Sandoval, 2.11 whip. Maybe I might get on a side in this game. Give me a minute here. 8.05 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%. 4.26 walks per nine, a 4.39 BABIP, a 4.28 FIP, and a 4.87 SIERA. On the flip side, Brady Singer, 4.74 ERA, a 1.66 whip, 8.39 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%, 4.38 walks per nine, a 351 BABIP, a 405 FIP, and a 4.73 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Kansas City Royals in this game. 3.66 bullpen FIP and a 3.93 bullpen SIERA compared to 4.65 and 4.59 for the Angels. Obviously, the hitting advantage is a massive one here because the Kansas City Royals do not hit left-handed pitching. 68 WRC plus, which is 29th in baseball. And the Angels are top 3, 119 WRC plus versus right-handed pitching, which is 3rd in baseball. This is still a pass for me. But the more I look at it, there may be some value with Brady Singer and the Royals here today. Brady Singer, arguably the ace on this staff. arguably.
That's a very loose term on the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah, not enough for me to go ahead and bet this game, but I would be Royals or nothing most likely here in this spot. I think their inability to hit left-handed pitching is going to keep me off this game.
I want nothing to do with this game. Zippo, nothing, zilch, nada. It would be a lean towards Kansas City, which is why I want nothing to do with this game. I can't trust Kansas City to win a game. They're 1-9 their last 10. They're 18-50 this year. The only reason why you would lean Royals is Angels are just coming off of a decent sized series versus the Texas Rangers, where they took 2 out of 3. So, it might have been 2 out of 3. I'm not interested in this game at all. Complete stay away from me.
Yeah, I think this was a pretty simple stay off.
Yep. Where did you leave off in the chat?
I left off right there.
Pirates money line. Nick likes it. I don't. Angels, no. Over. I could see an over in that game. I could see the over. Royals, hard to lose 10. There's no way they lose 10. Come on, dude. They have to win. No, they do not. But I'm not betting the Angels, though. The A's. The A's are the best team in baseball. Angels -2.5. Have fun. Yo-Yo Twins, the Bush Dog, the Dush Bag Parlay of the day is Baltimore first 5 and Boston first 5. Good luck. I hope you hit it. I like the Pirates to score first. I don't hate that option. Morning, gentlemen. Morning. Getting ready for 8-2 Angels. I could see that too. Love the show. Do you guys do any player props, etc.? When you aren't on a side or a over/under, just curious on your thoughts on player props and such. New viewer here to the channel. Thanks again. I don't do player props that often unless something really pops off the board. Like this year in the NBA, I was blindly betting Nikola Jokic triple doubles. But there isn't anything like that I'm blindly betting this year. Besides Luis Ariz over bases. Has been hitting like crazy with his almost 400 batting average. But no, I'm not a big player prop person. I do them from time to time whenever I look at a slate, like a lot of overs, and went, maybe I can make some money off of player props, but I don't do a lot with it. Nick, what do you think?
I don't right now. I think once all the legal books become available to me, probably FanDuel will be a strictly player props book for me, and I'll throw a little bit in there and see what I do. I personally don't do that many player props. I sprinkled a little bit with the NHL earlier in the season for a couple weeks, and then kind of like got off of that because I don't know. It was a lot of work. It's a lot of extra work looking at it as well. But yeah. No, I haven't in a while. But we appreciate you finding the channel. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe.
Of course. Orioles run line yesterday, never in doubt. 4-2 win there. That was nice. Took extra innings, but cash DK early money line, cash out Nats. There you go. Orioles run line again, yes, and the Nationals. I don't hate the Nationals. Sorry. Angels first 5, Royals +1.5. If I had to play it, you're one that loves to thread the needle. I love to see it. Angels on a win 1, lose 1 streak. They've been on more than just that. All right, what did Mr. Joe have yesterday? He is super, super pumped up about.
The dream money line?
He had the dream. There it is. Is it chalk today in college baseball? I like TCU. Nope, I'm on Earle. But I think Virginia has a chance as a little underdog. I like Virginia today, and I like Earle today. Quick question about Bovada. If I put in $100, will they match me or not? It has to be part of one of the promos going on. So check when you go onto the deposit screen. Joe. Oh, in the fever, yeah. Never in doubters. There you go. You thinking the Mercury are live dogs? I don't want anything to do with the Mercury. I want nothing to do with it. I'm on the under in that game. And it's your birthday. Sorry, we don't have any of the videos from Dave's stream for the birthday. But happy birthday, Joe. Well, thank you for stopping by on your day. Taking the under in the Mystics game. Yes, I'm on the same boat. I like this game a lot.
Yeah, the Houston Astros are minus 160 favorites, total 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one, which has been kind of interesting here. We have line opening up at minus 175. It's down to a 159, so a 16-cent line movement towards the Houston Astros, or towards the Cincinnati Reds in this game. My bad, in this one. And line opened up at a 9, juice towards the under. Now it's an 8.5 at juice towards the over. So a semi-half run line move towards the under in this one here. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. See if we can make some sense of this line move. Yeah, I kind of can. 46% of the tickets, 90% of the cash is on the over. Yet the line's moving towards the under, which is kind of interesting there. But this is definitely intriguing. 36% of the tickets, 89% of the cash is on the Cincinnati Reds, and the lines move 16 cents towards the Cincinnati Reds. We have Andrew Abbott and JP France is your pitching matchup here. Abbott has been phenomenal the last month. He actually has a 0 ERA with a 1.11 whip. I believe the only runs he's given up were unearned runs. Huh?
2 starts, no earned runs at all.
Yeah. 7.71 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%. 5.4 walks per 9.
He hasn't given up a run, not even a regular run, not even an unearned run.
Nice. There you go. 200 BABIP, a 3.36 FIP, and a 5.52 SIERA. On the flip side, JP France, 4.66 ERA, 1.52 whip, 8.38 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%, 4.03 walks per 9, 309 BABIP, a 5.45 FIP, and a 4.62 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Houston Astros here, 4.18 FIP, and a 4.29 SIERA compared to 4.98 and a 4.67 for the Reds. 118 WRC plus versus I want to say lefties here. I believe they're facing a lefty, JP France. Yep. Which is 9th, and the Astros 113, which is 6th against righties. This is an interesting spot here. I think that the Cincinnati Reds are very live in this game, and I would prefer them in the first 5 innings. Of course, I don't really trust their bullpen, and I like what we've seen from Abbott. The question is this going to continue from Abbott? Because who did he face in his last 2 starts? I believe probably the Astros are the toughest team he's
St. Louis and Milwaukee.
Yeah, this is probably definitely the toughest matchup he has faced so far.
That's fine.
Don't think, but does it continue? I'm going to say, yeah. This is a very highly touted prospect in the, the Cincinnati Reds system.
He was a top 100 prospect in baseball.
He was, and I believe he was number 2 or 3 on the Reds. Obviously, Earle de la Cruz, Neovaldi, Marte, Edwin Arroyo. Actually, he was the 6th highest prospect, but the highest pitching prospect they had. Because their top 5 prospects are shortstop, third baseman, shortstop, third base, and then shortstop, third base, and then shortstop and second base. They got plenty of shortstops.
Yeah,
they've got plenty of shortstops. Their top 5 prospects are all shortstops.
Somebody's going to have to switch position.
Huh?
Someone's going to have to switch positions.
Or these are decent trade pieces.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab the Cincinnati Reds in the first 5 innings here.
Dang.
And, but for me, also looking at going forward here, maybe I make both these bets at the All-Star break, but I'm worried that the lines are going to be worse at the All-Star break. I want to take the 2 teams to win their divisions. Yeah, I can get minus 115 for the Houston Astros. I know that's not where you're. That's no, I'm not.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Yes,
I don't think the Reds bullpen's good enough to win this division. And can I talk?
No.
On Bovada, I can get plus 800 for the St. Louis Cardinals to win the division. This is a second half baseball team, and I am probably going to move on them. I'm probably not going to do it now, but I'm going to be moving on them within probably the next week or so. I'm going to keep an eye on it here.
Come on. But anyways, back to this game. I like the Reds. I'm going to be backing Andrew Abbott for the foreseeable future. If he's going to keep pitching the way he is. He was a highly touted prospect. I missed him on his first time out. We hit him on his second time out. And boy, was I happy to be able to get that one. He's been phenomenal so far. It was against the Brewers and it was against the Cardinals, so the competition may not be as good as everybody would want, but no, I'm all over the Reds in this one. Give me Abbott and Cincinnati. Outright 147.
Yeah, good luck. I took them the first 5, so that's kind of where I went in that. I went because I don't see. I think the downfall for this Reds team long term is going to be their bullpen.
Oh, and especially when they trade Alexis Diaz, but
yeah. All right. Where do you leave off?
Here you go.
All right, cool. Yeah. Earle. Thank you. A lot of happy birthday Joes in the chat. Over 8.5 for Fernando. Happy birthday. There you go. Thank you. Mercury today. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Joe's birthday gift for the chat today. Timmy, any soccer plays today? My Mexico lost last night.
Nope. Full MLS slate tomorrow.
All right. I like the Astros game over the 8.5. Good luck. There we go. Let's cash. Happy birthday. Houston. Good luck. I'm on the opposite side. I'll look at the bickering. I mean, that's part of the entertainment, right? Reds first 5 money line. Good call on the Tigers yesterday. Put it on my parlay, but lost the other games.
Oh.
Yeah, the Tigers were. I mean, that was a nice little doggy stab there for me. DMV parlay, Orioles, Nationals first 5, Mystics under. Good luck. We have 5 games remaining here, and Cleveland Guardians and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Here, huh?
I'm already on this game.
You're already on this game. I can probably already tell where you're at. But let's get into it. Yeah. We have the Diamondbacks as -140 favorites with a total of 8. Let me get up the line history here. Line opened up at -136. It did get up to a -150 at one point. Now it's down to a -132. So it's a 4-cent line movement towards the Cleveland Guardians since the opening line. Line opened up at an 8, -112, and now it's an 8, -101. So an 11-cent line movement towards the under in this game here. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one. See if it correlates in this one. Oh boy. Okay. 80% of the tickets, 94% of the cash is on the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the line has moved towards the Guardians. 54% of the tickets, 62% of the cash is on the under, and the line has moved towards the under. So that makes sense towards the under. Let's take a look here. Tristan McKenzie and Zach Gallen, your pitching matchup here. Tristan McKenzie, 4.5 ERA, 1.2 whip, 13.5 strikeouts per 9, which is 36%. 3.6 walks per 9, a 318 BABIP, a 278 FIP, and a 3.10 SIERA. On the flip side, Zach Gallen, 4.67 ERA, 1.78 whip, 7.67 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%. 3.67 walks per 9, a 389 BABIP, a 3.71 FIP, and a 5.01 SIERA. Tells me we should see some negative regression here from Zach Gallen. The bullpen advantage goes towards the Guardians here, 3.6 bullpen FIP, 3.85 SIERA compared to 4.29 bullpen FIP and 4 SIERA for the Diamondbacks. The hitting advantage goes towards the Diamondbacks, 104 WRC plus, which is 11th versus righties, and the Guardians 95, which is 23rd. I like Tristan McKenzie. This was a guy that I hyped up a couple years ago, and he has turned into an absolute stud. And we're getting him as a dog here in this spot, and I think there's value on the Guardians here. And I know I think you're already. I know you're probably on the opposite side already, but I like the Guardians here on this spot at plus 122. I'm not a huge Guardians guy, but Tristan McKenzie is one of those that I like to back. I think they're a very live dog in this game. The market movement, I think, is telling you everything you need to know about this one. With all the money coming in on the Diamondbacks and the lines moving towards the Guardians, tells me that they think that McKenzie pitches well with the line going down and the money coming in on the under. Tells me McKenzie pitches well. So I like the Guardians here at plus 122. I'm taking them full game because they do, I believe, have the bullpen edge over the Diamondbacks. And similar to the Reds, I think the bullpen of the Diamondbacks will be the reason they don't win the division. I think the Diamondbacks probably make the playoffs, but I don't think they win the division. I still think that's the Dodgers to win, which the Dodgers are minus 300 to win that division. So there's still no value on the Dodgers to win that division at all. So they're not teams I'm looking at to take a future on. But for me, this is just Diamondback or Guardians for me. This is just a line movement against the Diamondbacks that suggests to me that Guardians are live. I like McKenzie and they have the bullpen advantage as well. The only thing that the Diamondbacks have is the slight hitting advantage, but I'll take a shot at the Guardians here.
I mean, how can the Dodgers not win the division? They're the Dodgers. They're so good.
Simple. Their bullpen sucks.
I still like Arizona to win the division. I have them 16-1 to win the division.
Or 3-1 now. So yeah, you got a good line on them. 325.
I really am. I'm a big person on the Diamondbacks team. Me and Higgs were both hyping them up the past couple of years, and their young talents finally there. And don't sleep on this Diamondbacks team. They are a solid squad. And it's our boy Zach Allen. I'm already on the Diamondbacks. I had to grab him run line. It's plus 145. I'm running with Zach Allen in this one. And when it comes to it, slight home faves. They're 21-17 at home compared to Cleveland, who is 16-19 on the road. I'm not high on this Cleveland team. I will fade them a bunch. Zach Allen shuts them down today. Give me the Arizona Diamondbacks to run line. Yeah.
And looking at it here, the Diamondbacks are plus 325, but if you're looking for true value on a future, and I know I'm bringing up futures a lot here right now, but if you're looking to make a play on a future for the NL West, I think there's one team and one team only that you can make a play on. I think the Padres at 15-1 have some value. 15-1 on a team that was a pick'em entering the season. I know they haven't started well, but that talent I think can click in the second half and go on a little bit of a run. And they're only 5.5 games behind the Dodgers, the Padres. They're 7.5 against back of the Diamondbacks. But I do think the Diamondbacks fall off a little bit in the second half here. I don't think they're going to continue the playing the way they have so far this year. And I think there might be value on the Padres, maybe even the Giants at plus 1,200.
You have you don't like fun. You don't like the Orioles. You don't like the Diamondbacks. You don't like the young teams that are doing well.
I'm just speaking realistically here. Teams that I think are going to fall off in the second half. The Orioles, the Rangers, the Diamondbacks are three of those teams. I mean,
that's fine.
And the Brewers too. The Brewers as well.
I'm down for the Brewers falling off. Back to the chat.
Yep. There we go. It's our boy Zach Gallen, Arizona run line, same game parlay, K props and the money line. Good luck. Mercury and Grinder. Good luck. Guardians money line. Yes. Watch out. Yeah. I think that is what I would take. The Guardians on this one. What you snacking on, Timmy?
I had cookies.
Oh, I'm on the Diamondbacks first 5. However, Guardians are starting to play better. Like the Cardinals, they are a second half team too. Yeah, if you want to play the Guardians, I'm already sitting with the Twins at plus 185 in that division. That's what I'm sitting with. If I wanted to hedge off of that, I would take the Guardians plus 225 because I don't really have faith in the White Sox. And I think the White Sox is the only other team that would compete in that division other than the Twins or the Guardians. And I have no faith in the White Sox. So, yeah. I like McKenzie, too. Yeah. McKenzie, if he comes up and pitches well, all of a sudden this Guardians team has become more dangerous. I agree. Nerfy in this game. I can see the Nerfy with McKenzie and Gallen. This also feels like the game with a really strong pitching matchup that goes over for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm going to play the under. Good luck. I like Zach too. Yeah, I mean, everybody does. Nerfy lean also for the Marlins game. Yeah. No better time to bet futures. Absolutely. And there's two I'm staring at right now. The question is whether or not I go ahead and bet them. And that's the Astros at minus 115 to win the West, and that is the Cardinals at $8 to win the Central. Are the two I'm looking at. Diamondbacks and Gallen at home, first 5 money line. Good luck. Padres, where's that shit clip? No, I mean, if I'm looking to make a future on it, yes, I'm looking at the Padres more than I'm looking at a team that was 16-1 preseason. That's now $3. Pretty plain and simple. Just the value is gone on Arizona. That's the only reason why I'm not looking at them. If the Arizona Diamondbacks were still 20-1, I would be all over it.
Well, yeah.
It's a line thing for me, Tim. If I'm going to bet a future now, it's not the Diamondbacks because you could have gotten 16-1 preseason. That's my thought process behind that one. Do you guys do a recap at the end? Yes, we do. I mean, Arizona is on a losing streak.
Yeah, they lost 3 straight to a very hot Philadelphia team. So,
yeah. So they might want to win this game. Yeah, I mean, want to and will are two different things. Let me get the Nerfy one time. There you go. LOL. The White Sox. Yeah, no. Over 8. Yeah. Ooh, White Sox money line. No.
yes, White Sox.
Oh, I haven't even actually yet. My bad. We haven't gotten to that game yet.
Oh, I meant for the division, but that's not the point.
Oh, no, not for the division. No. Rays first 5 run line. I'm sticking with the Twins in that division. No, what is up? Trout and Ohtani over 1.5 bases.
I would take over 1.5 runs or RBIs, and that's a little bit more juice on that.
Yeah, and I believe you have a higher chance of hitting that with the batters that hit around those guys. Yeah. Let's get into this one here, which has my attention a little bit, and I know it's the Oakland Athletics. The Oakland Athletics always have my attention for whatever stupid reason. Let's get into it though. The Phillies are minus 135 favorites in this game with a total of 8.5, which is interesting. Let's take a look at the line movement here. On Penny, they opened up at minus 145, and on Pinnacle, the Phillies are minus 128 now. So this has been a 17-cent line movement towards the Oakland Athletics here. God damn it, I'm going to be betting the Oakland Athletics today, aren't I? Line opened up at an 8.5, minus 111 to the under. Now it's an 8.5, minus 113 to the over. So a semi-half run line movement here for that game. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this one. To nobody's surprise, the public's on the Phillies. 85% of the tickets, 62% of the cash. I mean, they're only minus 130 versus one of the worst teams in baseball. Simple enough. And the run line, 67% of the tickets, 91% of the cash is on the Phillies, and the line's moving the opposite way. We have 82% of the tickets on the over. I have no cash flow on the total, though, just the tickets. JP Sears and Tajon Walker is your pitching matchup here. Walker, 3.14 ERA, 1.26 whip, 6.28 strikeouts per 9, which is 17%, 4.4 walks per 9, a 2.47 BABIP, a 4.36 FIP, and a 5.45 Sierra. On the flip side, JP Sears has been good. 2.36 ERA, 1.01 whip last 30 days, 7.09 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 2.36 walks per 9, a 2.36 BABIP, 4.29 FIP, and a 4.9 Sierra. Not very good, but still better than Tajon Walker. Bullpen advantage actually is kind of interesting here. The FIP is a major advantage towards the Oakland Athletics, but the Sierra is an advantage towards the Phillies. I still don't trust the Oakland A's to win a full baseball game. That is just not something I'm any interested in betting with the Oakland A's this year. It's never a full game for me. Hitting advantage does go towards the Phillies. 112 WRC plus, which is 13th in baseball versus left-handed pitching. The Oakland Athletics, 81 WRC plus, which is 26. The only thing is this is not a good right-handed pitcher that they're facing in Tajon Walker. And I think the pitching advantage goes towards JP Sears, which is the reason why I think this line is the way it is that they have the pitching advantage. They're at home. And they've been playing better as of late. And with that being said, the line's continuing to move towards the Oakland Athletics. If you want the first 5 for Oakland, it's at plus 110. I think this is one of the lowest lines I've seen the Oakland Athletics all year long. And it's against the Philadelphia Phillies of all teams. You guys know where I'm going on this one here. My hat's sitting off to the side there. We're riding the wave again. Oakland Athletics, first 5, money line, plus 110. The market is screaming Athletics. The pitching advantage goes towards the Athletics. The bullpen somewhat goes towards the Athletics here as well recently, the last 2 weeks. Yeah, ride the wave.
It's just the line. Oh my God. You get a Phillies team that's riding in on a heater, sweeping the Arizona Diamondbacks. They've won for 10 out of their last 12. They are just on fire, and it's a minus 130.
Minus 125 now.
Minus
it's down to a minus 125 on Bet Online. The line's moved continuing here.
The line's moved way too much. And yes, we know we've been on the Oakland Athletics a bunch. We're still up on their run, and we're going to ride them at least one more game. We're taking Oakland. Don't trust Tajon Walker. JP Sears has been solid. Keep in mind, JP Sears is a prospect that the A's were really high on. He came over in the Frankie Montas trade.
I believe so.
So this is a prospect they're very high on. So I think he's going to have another solid performance. Let's take him today.
Yeah, it's ugly. I mean, we're only getting plus 110 for this team.
I got 118 on the site.
There you go. Well, I'm only getting plus 110 for the.
I only got 108 on Bovada.
Yeah. But, let's take a look. Yes, money line. Philly's been scorching. Absolutely. And the line's moving towards the A's, and they're only minus 125 now, the Phillies. Athletics money line. A's I like, and the over. First 5 A's. See, this chat understands. This
chat's smart. I like it. Well, I don't know if smart's probably the right word to use, but
yeah, be nice. Under 8.5. There you go. I'm back. Sorry. All good. A's first 5. Yes. Still alive. Yes. First 5 A's always hits. Does not always hit. I got the Phillies on my $2 8-game parlay. Yeah.
Oh, we're against you. That's all right.
That's a cashier. Yeah. Ice. Yeah. Saying hi to Ice. There you go. For show. I see North Macedonia Ukraine game ending in a tie. To be honest, just in case. Good luck.
I was told Ukraine was going to win, so I have $18 on Ukraine money line.
Oh, wonderful. They might. Yo. Yeah. Ice dropped the soccer picks. Now that hockey's on vacation. Yeah. Ride the wave. Yep. I think Oakland is going to play like Oakland again. I think eventually they will. But they just split out a 4-game series against the best team in baseball.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't trust Tajon Walker. I'm on the Athletics first 5. Yep. Love it. Yep. Love it. This feels like the poopy play of the day because I like the Phils, but I think the A's take it first 5. Yeah. Obviously, I'm not trusting the Phillies, or I'm not trusting the full game with the Athletics. But I will take. I realized I clicked that as I was talking, and I played it over myself. But yeah, I'll take them first 5. 2 teams going opposite directions. No way the A's win, right? I mean, it's free money. They're giving you a team that's won 10 of their last 14 games. They just swept, I think, the team with the second best record in the National League. And now they're playing the worst team in baseball. It's easy money. Minus 125. The books are giving out free money. Aren't they so nice?
Oh, my God. So they're just the nicest.
Best. LOL, true. Intellect, yeah. Still taking Ukraine. Good luck. England, money line, minus 7,000. You're welcome.
All right, I'm putting my bankroll on that one. Let's get it.
I put the absolute locks on it. Yep. Oh, this next game pisses me off because I did a free pick video on this last night, and I don't like this game anymore. But that being said, I'm already invested. Let's get into it, and I'll admit my mistake, and we will move on. Tampa Bay Rays and the San Diego Padres. The Padres are now slight favorites, depending on the book, and total is at an 8 in this one. Line opened up at minus 109 for the Rays. It's down to a minus 104. The Rays did get up to minus 113, minus 117 at some points. Total opened up at a 7.5. It's up to an 8 now. So it's moved up half a run, and it's moved up basically a full half run. It was plus 101 to the over 7.5 at the open. Now it's plus 103 to the over 8. So it has moved up half a run. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this game here, as we have 28% of the tickets, 55% of the cash is on the Padres, and the lines move towards the Padres. We have 31% of the tickets, 52% of the cash is on the under, and the lines move towards the over. This is a game where let's get into the pitchers here. I did a free pick video on this one last night. I had no market moves at all, or I had very early market moves. Was the early move was towards the Rays, but McClanahan 1.93 ERA, 1.95 WHIP, 8.54 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%, 1.65 walks per nine, a 259 BABIP, a 312 FIP, and a 3.66 ERA. He's been awesome. Yu Darvish has been struggling lately. 6.15 ERA, 1.29 WHIP the last 30 days, 9.23 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%. 2.37 strikeouts per nine, 2.73 strikeouts per nine, walks per nine, 310 BABIP, a 411 FIP, and a 3.95 ERA. Bullpen advantage. The Rays bullpen has been definitely improved the last couple weeks. 3.86 FIP, 3.97 SIERA compared to 4.71 and 3.54. Hitting advantage goes towards the Padres, 118, which is 8th against lefties compared to 101, which is 17th against righties for the Rays. The Rays hitting numbers have gone down as of late. They are regressing back a little bit down towards the mean when it comes to hitting. And we do know that this Rays team does have home road splits. That is what it is. Plenty of teams have them. They struggle on the road. They're good at home. And
they're 19 and 15 on the road.
Yeah, they're still a winning baseball team, but they're dominant at home. And we see this all the time in sports where teams just play better at home. That you're supposed to play better at home. That's just the way it is. I've already played the Rays at minus 118 in this game, and I'm pissed about it because the lines move so bad against me, and I hate when that happens because now I think I would probably stay off the game if I had to bet it now. But with that being said, maybe this is a trap, and last night I fell into the trap. I'm on the Rays money line, and I got it at 118 last night.
All right, we're gonna ride with it because I'm on them as well. It's your boy, Nick. How can you not want to go after your boy?
I know, but the line movement's telling me that this game is going to be one where the Padres win. Maybe this is a low-scoring Padres win, but
well, if you're nervous about it, why don't we just take the Rays run line plus 160? Kidding. I can get the Rays at minus 103. I'm going to ride with that. Tampa Bay, after struggling in their first two games in Oakland, took the last two. Did they look good in those games? No, they did not. But it's McClanahan. And look at the game that the Padres played yesterday. That was a back-and-forth, crazy-ass, high-scoring game. Yeah. Go ahead, give me the Rays. We'll ride with your boy McClanahan.
Yeah, my pick to win the Cy Young Award this year.
He's been nothing but solid.
He's 10-1. We saw this last year from him, though. The one thing that does worry me is we saw this last year from him. He was awesome in the first half, and then after the All-Star break is where it kind of fell apart for him. So I'm hoping that does not happen again this year because I would like him to continue to pitch strong and win the Cy Young Award this year. That would be a really nice payday for me. All right. We'll head back to the chat. Who wants to play that? Minus 7,000 is free money, Fernando. Come on. Padres money line. The under 7.
Isaac is being sarcastic with that, Fernando.
What? He is? I thought he was playing minus 7,000. Yeah. LOL. That's the easiest two-teamer to find a pickup and pair with the minus 7,000 money line. Yeah. F the Padres. Rays first 5 could push, but F the Padres. Yeah. I got the Rays on my 8-game parlay. Yeah, I'm on the Rays. I'm not comfortable about it. I don't like it. Rays should stay competitive in this one. First 5 money line. Yeah. That game just makes me nervous. But we'll move on here. This is a tricky game because I did not have a pitcher for the Dodgers here.
Can we just pass on?
Huh?
Can we just pass on the game if we don't have a pitcher?
We do now. I don't have it on the spreadsheet yet.
Who's the pitcher?
It is. Let me get up my book because my book has it. Because they have the game listed. That's why we typed in it. It's Sheehan. Let me see. Is this a top prospect for the Dodgers?
Doubt it.
Nope, it's not. Dodgers Sheehan. Emmett Sheehan will make his major league debut on Friday. Let's take a look at Emmett's stats here in the minor leagues this season. Let's get those up. He was a 6th-round draft pick out of Boston College in 2021. He was born November 15th, 1999. A little bit less than a month earlier than us, Tim. That's kind of scary. And AAA Tulsa this year, he is actually – my bad. Did I say AAA? He's only pitched in the AA so far this year. 53 and a third innings pitched in the AA with a 1.86 ERA and a .88 WHIP. He's been awesome in AA. 88 strikeouts in those 51 and a third innings. He's given up 11 earned runs, 24 hits, 5 home runs, and he's walked 23 batters. His walk rate's not the greatest there. And let's take a look at the line history in this game. Let's try to make sense of this here. Emmett Sheehan taking on Burbia, which is going to be a bullpen game for the Giants. This is a fun matchup, isn't this?
No.
Let's take a look. We have minus 145. The opening line for the Dodgers is down to a 139, so a 6-cent line movement towards the Giants. Line opened up at a 9, minus 101. It's now an 8.5, minus 110. Let's take a look here. As we have 66% of the tickets and 95% of the cash is on the Giants. The lines move towards the Giants. 42% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the under. But just telling me they expect Sheehan to pitch fine. Burbia has been awesome, but he's an opener, I believe, if I remember right.
Yep.
So his numbers, they're all green across my spreadsheet, but I mean,
it doesn't matter.
It's not going to matter. I think this is the easiest pass on the board. This is probably the most confusing game. I would maybe take a first 5 under, expecting maybe Sheehan pitch as well. But here's the thing. I don't like touching pitchers on their major league debut, especially when they haven't even pitched in the AAA. So, no, this is an easy pass for me.
Yep, move on. I legit, I looked at the thing. I didn't look at this game at all last night because there was no line, no pitcher for the Dodgers until this morning. And I'm not backing a guy who's in his first career start. So, yeah, completely stay away from me.
Yeah, that's an ugly game. Ugly game.
No, thank you. Move on.
To the chat.
Yep. Where are we in the chat?
There you go. Yeah, I'm
a Giants-Dodgers series, correct. Stanton, Devers, home run. Good luck to you. You're more confident in the Stanton home run. Fair. Red Sox, first 5. Yeah, anything but the Yankees. I'm all right with that. Giants money line. Good luck. Over in the Boston game. I kind of lean that way. Over in the Giants game. I could see that.
I'll lean under.
Maybe the Giants, but no, I don't need Dodger Blue. I can't. How are you laying minus 145 on a guy that's never pitched in the majors before? I have troubles laying 125 on aces. Goodbye. Move on.
All right, final matchup of the night, Tim. Seattle Mariners, Chicago White Sox. Mariners minus 130 favorites, total of 7.5 in this game. Line opened up at minus 120. It's now minus 126 for the Mariners. Line opened up at 8, minus 113. It's now a 7.5 and minus 110. So lines moved half run down. The lines moved 6 cents towards the Mariners. Let's see if this correlates here, as we have 62% of the tickets and 90% of the tickets are on the Mariners in this game, and the lines move towards the Mariners. Not huge to represent more of the 90%, but it is still line movement. And the lines moved a full run down, even though 51% of the tickets and 50% of the cash is on the over. So the tickets are split in this game, and the lines move towards the under, which tells me that maybe the under is the play. We get Brian Woo versus Michael Kopech. Michael Kopech, 1.72 ERA, 0.67 whip the last 30 days. He's been awesome. Yes, 12.64 strikeouts per nine, which is 38%, 1.44 walks per nine, a 213 BABIP, but 257 FIP, and a 2.38 SIERA. Green all the way across. And here's where I think we're going to get some value in this game. Brian Woo, the last 30 days, I think he started twice, has a 10.8 ERA and a 1.95 whip, 14.85 strikeouts per nine, 33%, 2.7 walks per nine, a 5.26 BABIP, but a 2.83 FIP and a 2.92 SIERA. He's been good. Bullpen advantage goes towards the White Sox, 4.10 FIP and a 4.10 SIERA compared to 5.12 and 4.07 for the Mariners. The Mariners 102 WRC plus against, which is 14th against righties, and the White Sox do not hit righties. 74 WRC plus, which is 27th in baseball. And the line moving down, even though the tickets are split, tells me that I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. And let's take a look what we can get for a total in this game here. It is a 4 at even money. I'm going to end my card here with the first 5 under. This is a play I had written down last night. I'm going to go with it here. I'm going to take the White Sox and the Mariners first 5 under 4 in this one at even money.
Kopech's been solid lately. The one thing that's going to keep me off of the White Sox, because I was originally leaning White Sox, the one thing that's going to keep me off of them is that game from last night, where they had a lead, they were looking solid, and then they fell apart and lost. I think that game is crushing, and I'm not keen on going after them right now after that game last night. I know you probably
it's Mariners or nothing for me.
It was White Sox or nothing, but it's going to end up being nothing for me. I don't trust Brian Woo. Just not something I want to go after. So lean towards the White Sox to end the night, but it's going to end up being a stay away.
Yeah, definitely an interesting.
Over in the Yankees game, I kind of like that. Sparks -5, yes. I like the Mets over 2, yes. Mariners -1.4, 1.5. I got you what you do. White Sox, I kind of lean White Sox with you. I do recall Woo did well his last time out.
Yeah, we backed Woo last game. Or I backed Woo and we got rewarded for Woo.
You got rewarded, yeah. Woo, woo, woo. You know it. Have fun. Nerfy in the Marlins game, sure. I seen these White Sox stink on the road. Lean Mariners -1.5. Not gonna bet it. Another Nerfy, or maybe a burger prop. Whopper. Marlins, Rays, Seattle, SeaWorld parlay. Good luck. RMR. Sparks spread with a thumbs down. I'm sorry, I'm on the Sparks. I do not trust Minnesota. I don't trust Minnesota. That is all the games for today. We'll go ahead and do a quick recap before we head on out. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all links in the description below: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, merch, TikTok, ESP Shorts, and the AllSportsBets.com website. It's all linked down below. Check out Ballin' Out with Tim Earle on the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel. I did that last night, and it went up on Picks and Parleys at 7 a.m. Did 5 baseball plays. So there you go. Even though we already talked about them, go over, leave a like on it. Show the boss man I'm doing a good job. And then check out SeatGeek, concert tickets, sporting event ticket needs, ESP at checkout, $20 off your first purchase. Recapping for today, I'm on Baltimore, the Orioles. I'm on the Nationals, the over in the Mets game. I'm on the Blue Jays run line. I don't like it, though. I'm on the under 8.5 in the Brewers game. I'm on Cincinnati, and I do like that one. I like The Diamondbacks run line, Oakland money line, Tampa Bay money line, and that's it for today.
Yeah. Looking at the WNBA real quick, I don't think I'm getting to anything today. This card is not very appealing to me.
I'm on the Sparks and the Mystics under.
Yeah, I was looking at the totals there, but nothing there. But for the Major League Baseballs, Washington Nationals first 5 money line plus 131. Cardinals first 5 money line minus 115. Cardinals team total over 4.5 minus 105. Tampa Bay or Toronto Blue Jays -1 minus 115. Pittsburgh Pirates first 5 money line even money. Reds first 5 money line plus 124. Guardians money line plus 122. Athletics first 5 plus 110. Rays money line minus 118, and ending it off with the White Sox and the Mariners first 5 under 4 at even money. And I'm on the under 47.5 between Winnipeg and Saskatchewan. Keep an eye out for that game. If you can get a 7.5, I would semi-advocate for a 7 as well. Keep an eye out for the status of Harris. If he is out and it's going to be Mason Fine starting, and we're getting 8, 8.5, maybe double digits with the Riders, go ahead and grab some Saskatchewan there too. But that is everything for me.
Bye. Definitely dogs have been barking, but you don't trust. Yeah, I don't trust them either. Go Mercury for tonight as long as it stays under. Texas. I don't like Texas today. Don't spend all your cash all on one place. There you go. That's going to do it for today. We'll be back tomorrow for another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show.